Every day, whether we notice or not, we make choices that ripple out into the world. Small ones, like whether to speak kindly when we're tired. Big ones, like whether to tell the truth when it could cost us everything. But behind those choices sits an invisible question. What makes something right? What makes something wrong? And why do we choose one path over another, especially when both seem flawed? There are two ancient, powerful answers to that question. Two moral philosophies that don't just live in dusty books, they live in your decisions. One judges by outcomes, the other judges by intention. And together they have been at war in human hearts for centuries. Utilitarianism, Deontology, the moral cage match. Utilitarianism begins with a simple but explosive idea, that morality is math, that the right action is the one that brings the greatest happiness to the greatest number. It doesn't ask what the rules say, it asks who suffers, who benefits, and by how much. If lying saves lives, lie. If sacrifice helps the many, then make it. If discomfort for a few means peace for millions, then endure it. It's a cold logic, but a clear one. It dares to count costs others won't, and in doing so it becomes powerful, because it demands we consider not just ourselves, but everyone. It turns morality into compassion scaled up. But then comes its rival, Deontology, the law of duty. The voice inside that says some things are simply wrong, no matter the consequences. To the deontologist, it's not about math, it's about meaning. It's about honoring the dignity of every person, no matter how small or inconvenient. It's about doing what is right because it is right. No reward, no tally, just principle. You don't lie even if the truth causes pain. You don't steal even if someone's starving. You don't kill one person even if it saves 5, because some lines, once crossed, unravel everything. Because morality without boundaries becomes a weapon, dressed up as logic. And so we stand at the edge of a timeless conflict. Imagine a trolley is barreling toward 5 people on a track. You stand near a lever. Pull it, and the trolley diverts but kills one person on another track. What do? The utilitarian says pull the lever. 5 lives are worth more than one. Minimize suffering. That's the goal. The deontologist says don't. You cannot become the hand that chooses death, even for good. The act of killing makes you morally responsible. Even inaction is better than murder. And just like that, you feel the pull of both. Your heart races, your brain calculates, your conscience whispers, and you realize you don't just live between two philosophies. You are the tension between them. One part of you wants to help the most people. The other part wants to stay true to who you are, no matter what. One part of you believes in outcomes, the other believes in honor. Utilitarianism asks, what will happen because of what you do? Deontology asks, what kind of person will you become because of what you do? And neither lets you off the hook. Utilitarianism, for all its compassion, can become monstrous. It can justify cruelty in the name of progress. It can sacrifice the few again and again, until the many forget what loss even feels like. Because when everything is measured, some lives start to feel expendable. Deontology, for all its dignity, can become blind. It can obey the rule while ignoring the suffering. It can become rigid, brittle, unforgiving. Because when rules are sacred, sometimes people become collateral. And so, every ethical decision becomes a battlefield, not between good and evil, but between two kinds of good. The good of outcomes and the good of principles. You feel it when you decide whether to tell someone the truth that will break them. You feel it when you protect one person at the cost of many. You feel it when you wonder whether doing harm is ever truly justifiable, even if it leads to healing. This is not academic, this is your life. And there's no referee, no perfect answer, only you standing at the crossroads. Maybe the point isn't to choose one side forever. Maybe morality isn't meant to be clean or easy. Maybe it's meant to tear at us, to ask more of us than we think we can give. Maybe the only real moral failure is pretending that the choice doesn't cost something, because every decision is a weight, every sacrifice leaves a scar, and every act of courage takes a little piece of you. So do you choose the many or the one? Do you protect the rule or break it for the greater good? Do you pull the lever or walk away? You will have to decide, again and again and again, not because philosophy demands it, but because life does. And when the moment comes, you won't be thinking about Kant or Mill. You'll be thinking about what kind of world you want to live in, and what kind of person you're willing to become to make it real. Maybe that's where morality truly lives, not in theory, but in the trembling space between two wrong answers, and one honest choice, and in the courage it takes to make it.